I think this rolling around, hey? If you ever were wondering how the cubs get some of their scars, and I think we've put that mystery to an end. Oh, tiny little teeth. You're so fierce. Oh, you're on the road, all by yourself. Where's your mom? Don't worry guys, the mom is just in the bushes not too far from where we are, so I'm sure she's watching everything very closely. But I think maybe she just wanted a bit of a break. So I'm sure she's gonna come back and fetch it if the Pride does decide to move around. She wouldn't just leave it in the middle of the road. As you can imagine, not the safest place. It also knows where mom is. There it is, calling. Oh my god, I can't even walk yet. Kirsten, you say it looks like a rough start to life. Maybe. Lions' lives are very tough and rough. So I think it's probably good to start trading and getting used to things very early on in life. Let's just hear him calling for mom. He's getting upset now. Mom! Tiny roaring lion in the making. I can hear the other lions answering. I could hear the females answering. They were just busy doing slow contact calls or very low contact calls. So I'm sure I can't see them from here because unfortunately the bush is a bit thick. But I'm sure this little one is going. Alright guys, we're going to try and find them again. I think that they've moved slightly into the thickets over here. So while we try to find them again, let's go over to Tayla and see how her lion cat is going. Lion search.
Well, how exciting is that, Ali? I am ecstatic for you, but I have to tell you I'm more excited for Senzor because that is his favorite animal, and I don't know if he's ever seen such a tiny little cub like that, so I'm sure both of them are absolutely ecstatic. Now, unfortunately, I don't really know what's going on. I did actually just jump on Twitter to see what everyone was saying, and it looks like you're all saying that you think it could be Amber Eyes that's the mother, and from the pictures you were all posting, that's really nice to see. How exciting is that? I cannot wait to get the opportunity to go over and have a little look at that bundle of joy. But then again, that also explains to us all those tracks that those lioness tracks that we kept seeing moving around. I'm so happy. Now our plan, of course, is we've had buffalo tracks and coming all the way down Cheetah cut line. And then I was talking to Taxon, and as we were driving about, he said that there were those buffalo tracks, the same ones that we were trying to track down yesterday, that small herd, was running from either side of the road, just off of Gary Main between Torchwood and Chitwa. So I don't know who could be chasing them, but the Sticks Pride were on Torchwood yesterday morning, and then they didn't find them in the afternoon from what it sounded like. So I think we're going to poke our noses into Chitwa, and we're going to drive this road that runs sort of parallel with the dam and the lodge all the way around to see if they maybe haven't crossed in on this side. And then, well, the leopard tracks that I was following, I have absolutely no idea where they go. It's sort of the same pattern that we had the other morning, where a female leopard went down into the drainage system but then completely vanished, and we had a good search. Those tracks were very, very, very fresh, but nothing developed out of it. So I thought, well, let's just move out of the area for a bit. Let's do a couple of loops here on Chitwa. We'll go past the dam if there aren't any guests in camp, and hopefully have a look at the dam, see some hippos, and then we'll come back onto Djuma again and do another couple of loops around Twin Dams and those areas, Elephant Carcass, and see how it goes. So here are the buffalo tracks that we were telling you about. Oh, hang on, look, a little daycare. No, it's a little Steenbok, sorry. It's just poking its head out of the grass on this tiny little animal pathway. How come you've got it right in the middle of your screen? Look at that. Hello. Come out here. Beautiful little character. Now, not very big. It's a young male, of course. He doesn't look particularly old either, but tiny, 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 and standing, just walking on the animal pathway, actually coming quite towards us. Ooh, Chantel's giving me an update about me. Ha 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 ha. That's always quite funny. But it's very, very cute. Sorry, that was me making the car move. I took my foot off the brake like a silly banana. But how beautiful is this little character? And coming straight towards us, which is on the unusual side. Yes, we're here, but don't get a fright and run away. Now, they're a beautiful color. And this one in particular, look, he looks so nice and dark too. He's almost got the coat color of a bushbuck rather than a Steenbok, which describes, their name actually describes that brick red color. Steen in Afrikaans is a brick, like a building brick, and here in South Africa they typically are that sort of old school clay pot. Now, I'm going to just lower my voices. I don't know if the Steenbok doesn't know that I'm here. It's definitely not bothered by us. It seems to be on the scent of something. See how it's sniffing? It's smelling the plants. It doesn't look like it's eating anything. And you can see very, very clearly that a Steenbok has got pre-orbital glands. So just in front of their eyes, they've got sort of wet marks. So what they will do is, that's one of the ways that they deposit their scent onto plants. So maybe there was a female Steenbok, which also marks a territory that was moving through here. But he's young. This is not a big Steenbok. You can see just by the size of his horns, they're still very, very small. Not as tall as what they could be. But how cool is that? I don't think I've ever had a Steenbok sighting for so long before. Chris, you've said a fairy tale deer. It is indeed a fairy tale deer. Perhaps a deer. Not quite a deer. No, I don't even know what I was going to say there. But that was really wonderful. You know, I hit the brakes really hard thinking that it was just going to dart off into the distance. But darting is something that this Steenbok has not done. And I have noticed it with young Dacre and young Steenbok. More so with young Dacre though, that they're quite relaxed and they don't seem to bolt off. Maybe it's because they're a little bit nervous, and the Dacre sightings that I've had that have been fairly close of youngsters are just them sitting in the grass, just hoping that we hadn't spotted them. Obviously we had spotted them. But how cool was that? Now I wanted to show you the buffalo tracks before I got distracted, so let me show you them. And these buffalo don't look particularly happy. They look like they might have been running here. We'll just pull off the road slightly. But if you just look, I'm not going to jump out, sort of all the way over here. All those tracks that you can see on the road, that's from the buffalo. Now, yesterday I was trying to count how many footprints or sets of tracks I could see coming through. And I thought it must have been anywhere between 5 and 7 buffalo, somewhere around there. It's not a big herd. It could be a bachelor herd, or it might just be a very, very small breeding herd. But they've definitely come through here. And they're moving up and down. So there's tracks going back along Shirombi and then also coming back this way. And we'll do a loop. We'll first go along here, and then we'll go around the dam and come out the other side. And maybe we get lucky. Now I need to change game drive radios. See if I can get hold of Andries just to confirm if there are any guests in camp or not. Now I'm sure you're itching to get back over to Ali and the Nkuhuma, so I'm not going to keep you for too much longer, and well, just enjoy that beautiful sighting.
Well, the little one still busy fighting off this older one. The females are not too far. I think they've all just pretty much gone underneath the shade over there, but they're all around here, so we wouldn't be viewing this cub unless the mothers were around here, because it's a bit too small. But all of them are just in front of this youngster. But I think we were all quite happy to see. Oh, there's more trouble. This is definitely the new play toy. I mean, look at this. The one cub goes away and leaves it, and then the next one comes around and he's just like, oh, I want to play with it. No, but it's my cub. I'm playing with it. I think this youngster is still pondering. Is like, what are they doing? Don't worry, guys. I can promise you that Mom is watching very, very intently from the bushes. Stanley, I wish I could indeed get special permission to miss the morning meeting, but I think sometimes we've just got to be grateful for the time that we've been given. I mean, maybe we had the whole morning, maybe we wouldn't have found them. So I think that things have just worked out in the best possible way for us. And also remember, we know where they are now, so we can always come and check during the sunset safari. So make sure that you tune in this afternoon as well, so that we can possibly see them again and see what they've been up to the whole day. I think, let's see where these youngsters are going. There's a bit of a deadly mud trap in front of us. That's why I can't go any further. Let me just... Violet, you'd like to know how big the cub is. I'm just trying to think of a reference, because, you know, as much as I would like to put my hand against it, I don't think it's possible. I would say probably lengthwise the size of a human forearm. I think it's probably just about maybe 4 or 5 kgs, if anything, not heavier than that. Oh. Guys, this is not sucker, hey? Oh my God! Go into this too. Can you show the two? He's very feisty. I keep saying he. I'm sorry. I don't know why I think it's a boy. I have no idea. Can't see from here. I think maybe just because of the attitude I thought so, but it could very well be a girl. Oh. I think these cubs are so happy to have a new family member. Oh, and that's Mom, not too far behind. I think maybe she decided that they were playing a bit too rough. I think, yep, we can just see the ear on the left-hand side of the screen, but she is right there, just making sure that everyone plays nicely. Yeah, there's a bit of growling coming from Mom. A good reminder, isn't like, hey guys, behave. John, I don't think any birds would be brave enough to come and try anything against this cub. I think things it should be careful of are other predators, other lions, hyenas, leopards, perhaps even baboons if it gets left by itself, buffaloes, elephants. But a lot of these things, you know, mothers will protect them from, but it's when they leave them behind and go hunting, that's when they're at a greater risk. Hello guys. I think it was quite funny because I don't know if you guys noticed, but as soon as the other cubs left, like this little troublemaker also went and looked for the nearest cub just so that he could carry on having a bit of a fight. So I think just he likes giving it as much as he likes getting it, as they say. He has definitely been enjoying being, you know, the center of attention for all the lions. And like I said, Mom is right next to it, just making sure nothing happens. And the cubs, well, the rest of them are just busy running around this mud wallow, jumping up and down. I think there's 1, 2 are left over there. It's the only one that I can see clearly for now, because the rest of them have just gone behind this bush. Kirsten, you'd like to know how often it would nurse at this age. So pretty much every few hours. I think this little one, after all this exercise, he's going to be, or it's going to be, so tired that likely it's just going to be nursing for a little while and then fall asleep straight away. I think, are you falling asleep already? Oh, isn't that sweet? I think it's been a very, very energetic morning for this tiny cub, and I mean he's been warding off 6 older cubs, so I think kudos to you, little one. I think you've started all right. You see all those tiny pretty spots. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I've been played with for too long. Oh, shame. So tired. Go ahead, Farali. Okay, copy. If you come Twin Dams towards Quarantine, not too far from Pangolin Track, then you'll see, I think maybe you'll manage to see the Madora from the Enlela, and if not, then you'll see my 2-track just a bit further east from the junction, going further north from the junction, going east towards the drainage. I'm just a bit further east from Chelapan. Okay, copy. If you come on Twin Dams and if you heading towards via Tayla Dam, I'm not far from the road at all. So as soon as I get your audio, I'll let you know. Sorry guys, Tax is wanting to make his way here, so I'm just gonna try and give him directions. But I reckon he's gonna be able to find us quite easily because we're not far from the road. I think Mom has now picked up the youngster and taking it away, and the rest of the pride is just looking on. I think maybe I can try to reposition. John, there are many reported cases. You are wondering if the mom would, or if the rest of the females would adopt the cub. Abram, just carry on coming north and then you'll see where my 2-track goes off towards the drainage on the eastern side. Sorry guys, just trying to give Taxman a bit of a direction to come into the sighting. I think it's not going to be too hard to find us, and it's amazing that we are actually not that far from the road, and there's quite an open clearing, and they've all been enjoying the time here. So I wonder how long they've been here. I think we were also quite lucky in the fact that we caught them as they were moving around. Maybe the female with the youngster, this is where she's been, because we've had, you know, phantom lion tracks moving in and out of many different areas without ever being able to find one. I'm going to try to reposition the vehicle. This might be slightly bumpy for all of us, so Senzo, hold on tight, and we'll see if maybe we can get a bit of a different view, because I'm actually not too sure which is the best way in. This mud is looking... Hello, lions. Oh, you're still playing with the little one. Alright, so let me just go forward. Whew. Oh, now you're moving. Well, this might even actually be better for us. They do decide to go back to where all of the females are. It's just a bit easier, but just have a look at how thick it is around here. I'm sure this spot wasn't chosen just out of, you know, chance. They knew that it's a good spot to keep everyone hidden, especially when we've got the introduction of a new youngster and everyone wants to play with it, and just getting to know the new family member and see how, you know, if you can use it like a soccer ball, if you can play around with it. Sorry, I can hear a vehicle coming around. I'm just gonna wait for them to be coming a bit closer. I think maybe I'm gonna try to move again and try to give Tax some sort of direction into the bush. So while we do that, let's go to Tayla, who's found a very interesting looking predator.
We've got a crocodile at Chitwa Dam, just trying to bask in the early morning sun, and it's going to start warming up nicely, and it's going to have to choose a different spot. As you can see, it's only just got a little bit of sun on its back, and I'm sure that it'll be warming it up nicely. And from this angle, don't you think that that crocodile looks rather on the large side and definitely quite plump? When you see them side on, you don't realize how wide a crocodile actually is. This is a very, very nice welcoming view of our dear friend, most likely Vladimir, that's what I was trying to say. And he moves around from time to time. We never know where he's going to be laying and resting, but he's probably not going to do too much moving around. He'll just sit here, like I said, and warm up, especially on these colder, chillier mornings. He might not be in the water. Otherwise, I can't imagine that would be very pleasant. And the only time that he will move into the water now is that if he feels a little bit on the threatened side. So if I got out my car and started walking over around the bank, he would slip down into the water and disappear. But we won't be doing anything like that, so don't worry. I don't want to disturb him. But it's interesting how these creatures always move around, because it's not just him. The hippos are actually just here too. You can see there's two of them that are closer than they normally are. We were at that older nest site that James found as Connor was flying that drove over. That's very loud. Turn the game drive radio down. But how cool is that? Hippos, did you have a good night? You definitely have seen plenty hippo tracks around this morning. Just an Egyptian goose flying across your screen too. But they're all back in the water, ready to, well, rest and carry on with their day. And I'm so excited. I hope that the days get colder than normal and get more and more chilly, because as this starts to happen, the chances increase of seeing hippos out laying on the side of the bank just basking themselves. And I believe that the guys have seen it here before, so that's one of my favorite things, and I'll be so excited to show you something like that. Hippos, You're not cooperating. You've gone under the water. Okay, let's carry on with the dam wall. Let's see who else is around, who else we can see. I did see there were quite a few more hippos, but quite far away, sort of down on the corner. Lots of Egyptian geese around this morning. Let's see if we can find our favorite Egyptian geese family. They normally live a little bit further up ahead. Goodness, the glare on the dam this morning is incredible. I can't see anything, trying to block it out. See the reflection of the sun just on the water surface. It's really quite lovely, isn't it? And it's a peaceful day. Hey Sebastian, the clouds have now burnt away. There's this sort of haze in the air, but that won't be around for scorcher.
Hello. We have managed to find them around, and it seems like there's a bit of a, playing going around, maybe rough playing. I think the cub wants to head off to where the females went off to, but there's another big girl coming at the back, so I'm sure she's gonna make everyone be calm again. Whoop! You just got a fright? I think everyone's just busy playing down here. So I did see the one female. Oh, there she is. She's all the way there. Oh my. And the little one it's out of the range of view. Okay, guys, sorry, this is just becoming slightly tricky, because I would also like for them to be able to come and have a bit of a view. So I'm gonna move around, see if we can not help them through. They're here. I think just proves what a good driver Tex is with all those guests on the vehicle with him. I just wanna... Let's see. I think I'm gonna wait for them to get a view of them so that we can start moving around, but we'll be able to see them in a little bit. Hello girl, I believe this is the one that we last saw with the male, that she wasn't moving around. Let's just move here. Oh, there comes the male, so I'm not gonna move. I just want to give Tex a bit of hello. They've all just gone down this drainage, and there's a very, very small monton almost there. So I think maybe if you just go there, you'll be able to see it, or if not, I could still see them from behind this jackalberry over here. Oh, sorry, let me get out of everyone's view. My goodness, how rude of me. Hello, boy. Mfumo. Were you happy to meet your new cub? Another one of the upsprings. Let me just move slightly forward. I know you guys can still go through. I can move back if you need me to. I can move back if you need me to go forward. Because I think maybe from back here it's easier to go down. I know. Yes, they've just gone down, but I don't think they're too far. I think they're just at the bottom there, so I can see there's a bit of a clearing from there, so I don't know if maybe you want to check from there downwards. Yeah. I'm gonna move so that you can go ahead of me. Now you're moving. Just want to make sure that I don't hit anyone's car. Sorry guys, logistics with very long vehicles always make it harder. Alright. Have you gotten back now? Are we not? I don't know. Okay, we're going to swim around this wonderful sea of green, but in the meantime, let's see what Tayla's managed to find that is also swimming around.
There's a little crake as well, that's so cool.
On the bank there?
Yeah, next to just, I'm just looking, I'm just going, oh, this is really epic. Chantal's not responding to my radio.
Left.
Yeah.
Like, fudge this shit, I'll go somewhere else.
I think he wants to climb up. And there's a hippo. Do you see the hippo?
Yeah, I see his back. Oh, that's a cool shot, man. Why is she not getting here?
I'm trying to get hold of her. Hey, I'm beeping the radio. Hello. I don't know.
Don't start, hold on, I'm recording.
Are you recording? No, that's fine. Hey, thanks for letting me know. I don't know if they don't have cons with us. Please give that hippo a fright.
There's the hippo in the background, that's pretty cool.
Right guys, we are in a bit of a tough spot at the moment because they have all gone down this drainage line, so it's not only very thick but very steep, so I'm not too sure if we'll be able to go back down. I know Tax is trying to negotiate the bush onto the other side, so if he manages to find a way down then he'll let us know. But for now I think they've all carried moving. I can't see any of them from where we are standing. The last one that we saw was Mfumo going that way. Sorry, let me just update Tags. Negative, I just saw the Madora that was still carrying east. I think they're just, I don't think they're far, but there seems to be a bit of a drainage in the drainage, so I think that's where they are. Ah, there it is. South. Yeah, Ephraim, I can see the Madora now. He's heading south on the drainage in your direction. We're gonna carry on seeing if perhaps we can get another view of this lions. If not, then we will also let you guys know. But we've had, I think, the best morning ever. And let's just see if maybe we can get lucky with one last look at the Pride. Let's go back to Tayla and see how she's faring all the way at Chitwa Dam.
Well, just a moment ago we had such a cool view of the crocodile. We found the other crocodile, so I don't know which one's Vladimir and which one's Boris, but the other fellow was laying out on the bank, and then he slunk into the water and went towards a hippo that was resting its head on this little island just to the right of us. And as that crocodile got too close, Mom, obviously, we didn't realize it was Mom. Mom came coming straight out of the water. I don't even know how to say it. And this tiny little hippo calf appeared as well. And obviously Mom was very protective of that crocodile coming so close. I don't even know if it realized that the hippos were there because they were sitting very, very still. But now they've all moved off. So there's the hippo, and I can see where the crocodile is too. So that's Mom. A croc has just gone underwater again. So I don't know where they're going. So the crocodile, I think, is going to come out on the edge of the bank. I hope it does. And like I said, it's very cold to be in the water when you're a reptile. So the best spot would be to sit out in the sun now. So they can't warm themselves up like mammals. They've got to rely on an external heat source. Oh, it's so beautiful. Now, HA, you're wondering how can you tell the difference between Boris and Vladimir? The answer to that question is I have absolutely no idea how you tell the difference. The hippos are getting very riled up now. all snorting. You could hear them calling. So I'm very sorry. I don't know how to tell the difference between crocodiles, unfortunately. And the problem is we don't get to see them for long enough. But they're both relatively the same size. We got to see them now. I wonder if the first crocodile that we saw is not just perhaps a little bit on the wider side. But in terms of length, these two, I couldn't say that one looked bigger than the other. What do you think, Sebastian?
I think that second one was smaller, no?
Just a little bit, but not by much. They're not huge crocodiles. They're not 5-meter crocodiles. They're definitely only around about 3.5, between 3.5 and maybe 4 meters. But that's the area where the crocodile was moving. But I think now that the hippos are coming into the shallows, it's going to be chased away. He doesn't want to have anything to do with them. Let's see where they're going to go. Now, Dr. Rob from Colorado, you're wondering what is the biggest croc that I've ever seen? It has to be the variety of crocodiles I saw while I was working in Zambia on the Great Zambezi River. My goodness, they are enormous. The biggest one was easy, well over 5 meters in length. It was ginormous. Let's see, those birds are moving out the way now. Oh no, it's just the Egyptian geese having a little dispute. They're chasing each other about, which is also quite normal. I thought maybe the crocodile was coming in, but it doesn't seem like it. So yeah, so crocodiles excess of 5 meters, I kid you not, they look like they could swallow you, or they would swallow Sebastian and I whole, without even blinking an eye or even choking. They're incredibly large, and just as long as 5 meters. I can't even describe to you what their width must be, and I'm sure they weigh almost close to a ton, well over half a ton at least. They're really prehistoric giants. And I suppose we don't really have big enough river systems out here, so we don't really get the biggest crocodiles. But Vlad and Boris aren't too far off. They'll eventually get there. They've just got to do a bit of growing. Hello, guys. It's been a fantastic morning, hasn't it? Crocodiles, hippos, all sorts of things. And, of course, the lions are the little lions. Now, Starlight, you're wondering if I could guess as to how old those crocodiles were. Again, it's very hard to say. They can live for a very long time. I reckon they're probably well over about at least 20 years, if not even more, maybe 20, even further, 30 years, closer to 50. But they are definitely older creatures. Like I said, they're not small. They're between 3.5 meters and 4 meters. So that's relatively large for a crocodile in this particular area. The biggest, I don't even think I saw a massive one like that down in the Sabi River, to be honest. We saw a couple that were slightly smaller than Vlad and Boris, and they lived around in this sort of like a little pool that was just off of the side of the Sabi River, and occasionally we would see them outside our rooms when we had lots of rain. Just on the banks of the Msutlu, you could see them. But other than that, not very big crocodiles in the Sabi sand. But in Kenya, you'll see absolute monsters with Brent, which is going to be so exciting. If you go to Zambia, also into Botswana, the crocodiles do get quite large in that particular area. But also then the population of crocodiles is a lot more. But they'll get there. I think these boys, there's no real other spot for them to move to. They really have to stay here at Chitwa Dam, and we do see them moving occasionally, but this has got the most water in it, and it's also the dam that is going to last the longest, so it's good. There's lots of prey that comes down here. There's massive catfish which they can feed on, and if the opportunity comes, if they snatch up an antelope or perhaps a hippo dies in the dam, then there's an abundance of food. So it's the perfect habitat for crocodiles. They don't have to go looking for anything else. But everything is moving quite far away from us. I'm trying to figure out where exactly that crocodile's gone now. Let's go a little bit further. Let's give it a look. If a hippo could kill a crocodile, almost certainly. Kennedy, unfortunately we can't go closer because of the gremlins. Apparently they're lurking just at the water's edge. Oh, there's the crocodile. Is that him coming out? Is it? I don't know. I think just up there. I just want to see. I saw the water's edge move over there. Sorry. Just there where those rocks are. I think, is that just on the other side of the rocks, straight in there? What is that? Or is it a log? It might just be the log. No, it's just more rocks and debris.
You're talking about this?
No, I was talking about a bit further down. No, I don't think that Egyptian goose would be walking to the edge like that. Okay, we're going to move away from the dam. There seems to be a couple of gremlins, but I'm going to send you off now to Ali, who's back looking for the lions.
Well guys, we are busy looking for them. It seems that they chose this particular area for a good reason. Very thick area. They were steadily going in an easterly direction, so we're just trying to see if maybe we cannot pick them up around here. I think that with the youngster they will probably just move around a lot slower than what they normally would, but again, it's a bit of a complicated area that we're trying to maneuver around, but let's see. We have hope. I didn't think we would see such tiny beautiful thing this morning, and such a fantastic sighting that it was. Alright, very big log. Sorry guys, I've just got to keep my eyes also on the road just to make sure that I don't get a flat tire, because there are lots of logs and little things that could very easily... Ah! I found a male lion. Now where's the rest of the group? Psycho Susie, yes, all small sightings are as sensitive for any other creatures. So if we had seen just the cub without the mother, we would have left pretty much straight away, because we don't want to view or put any pressure on this youngster without anyone around here. So because the sighting is quite spread out and there are lots of different lions around, that's why we took the time to come and look for them. I don't think the cub is anywhere around here. The male was the last one around, but like I was saying earlier, we have kept a safe distance from them. We haven't come too close. The little one hasn't been bothered by our presence, and more importantly, the mother has always been somewhere in our field of view, and she's been keeping a very close eye at the youngster and how everyone's been playing with them. But I think now we've just got Mfumo here. I wonder if the girls just decided that they wanted some peace and quiet away from the boys. So yes, all sightings are quite sensitive, especially when it comes to little things. Oh, are you walking now, boy? Maybe you'll be able to send us to the rest of the pride. Oh. Taxon, Frally Taxon. Yeah, if you just carry on coming east, I've managed to relocate on the Madora. But Tax, I've managed to relocate on the Madora. I can see you from where I'm standing, so just carry on coming east. Tax, do you copy? I don't think he's getting my... Yeah, I've just got the Madora here. He's busy moving east. What's wrong? My radio is not working properly. Tax, I'm just straight ahead of you. Just keep coming. I've got the Madora here. Okay, Kabi, I can think you can see me from there. Okay, perfect. Let's go around and see where this boy has gone off to. I think... We're going to... Oh, now he's gone off. We're gonna carry on our lion search. And in the meantime, let's go over to Tayla and see how she's doing on this beautiful morning. There we go.
It is turning out to be the most sensational morning, I have to agree with you, Ali. Not just with the animals, but again, just the temperature is so perfect. It's warm. I'm not ready to take my jackets off though. I'm feeling quite cozy, all wrapped up like I am with my scarf. It's very nice. Oh no. And sorry, my my little cable that hides underneath my hat was starting to fall out, so I thought I'd better clip it back in again. Now we've left Chitwa Dam. We were waiting for that. We waited for such a long time for that little baby hippo to pop up again. I think it was the little hippo that you saw just a few days after it was born, and we've seen it a few times. And Brent was the first one to find it. So I don't know where it went. Sebastian said to me, he goes, "Where did that little hippo go? Surely it can't hold its breath for such a long time." And I agreed with him. I said, "No, I don't know. They must have snuck around the other side of the island." And with the little hippo being so young, of course, it can't hold its breath to the extent that the adults can. And also it can't go down as deep. It's still probably learning how to sort of bob down to the bottom and then push up and get to the surface. So Mom will keep it around in the shallows. So that's why I think they maybe just went out of sight, not too far away around that little island. But we'll go back there this afternoon. I think it could be nice. It's going to be, like I said, it's a nice day, so those crocodiles might be out basking in the open, which will be really nice to have a closer look at some of those prehistoric animals. But other than that, it's been fairly quiet. You've obviously got mystery leopard, female leopard walking around on the property, but we can't find her. So we'll just check around Twin Dams again. We'll have a look and see if anything else has developed, because remember what happened last time was Ali had all these tracks going up and down in this area and then nothing, and she moved just away slightly and Mike had spotted 2 leopards coming through here. So I wonder if the same thing is going to happen this morning. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And we're going to just triple and quadruple check again the same areas. Ah, okay. Now, Karen from Virginia, you said that leopard that I posted, that was from a sighting we had recently. That was from Tamba. Tandi's son, and actually not too far from here, just from we've just gone through the Mulwati, obviously. Chantal, can I try moving again? It's just that little spot. Obviously, again, this is a very horrible area for gremlins. They like to live around here, and if you're not sure what these gremlins are that we're talking about, I promise you we're not imagining them. It's just a cute little term that we give for the signal problems that we can sometimes have, as you can imagine, that would come about from trying to do live feeds in the middle of nowhere. So we have them just every now and then, but we seem to be back up and running again. And so yes, so that was Tamba, but I have posted many Kuchava pictures before, and I hope that I get another opportunity to see that leopard, and that is Tandi's older daughter. So and Kuchava are related. Whether they've got the same father or not, I'm not so sure. I'll have to do a bit of investigating. But I'm actually going to show you the tracks, because we're right here where I saw the footprints. So we'll get out, if they haven't been squashed now, but we will have a look at them, just so that you can see. So you just have to bear with me for about 20 more meters, and then I'll show you. Those tracks are so fresh, or they were so fresh when we first found them. Okay, where are the fresh ones? I have a feeling that all my tracks have maybe been driven over. Let's see. See if I can get one. No, I'm not going to be showing you any leopard tracks. If they were here, my footprints are all over here. Let me jump out and look. But I can see fresh tire tracks going over all the marks that I made in the road. Oh no, I've seen one. But I need to reverse. Let me quickly reverse. There's one track that is left that is unspoilt. I shall show it to you. There it is. Whee! Okay, that should be fine. Let me come unplugged. Have a look here. Now, where did it go? Here. There's a set of tracks here. Little stick. There's one there. There's another one here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sit on the floor. I'm going to show you really fresh ones, because these ones are still quite nice. They haven't got too much dirt over them. So there's 2 paw prints over here. Here is one. You can see the pads and then the toes. and there's another track over here. Now they're really tiny. I'm going to just put my hand like this just so that you can see in comparison. Look how small they are. But again, it's a female leopard, and I don't think that Thandi and Shadow have got particularly big feet either, but it could be from a young female leopard too. It's so difficult. I always struggle to try and guess whose tracks they are, especially in a situation like this where there is a new territory that is opened up and there are a few leopards that could potentially be moving around in them. So I'm not sure whose they are. I couldn't establish which direction they'd even come from. We just spotted them up here. They could have come from the far south. They could have come from the west. No one really knows, because we drove those areas extensively and we couldn't find them. So it's a bit of a pity. But they do go straight that way. And we drove in and we walked around and we had a look, but nothing prevailed. Well, we didn't prevail. We unfortunately are not having luck with the cats. But maybe this afternoon, I definitely would like to go and have a look at those little lions this afternoon. I think it would be quite nice. But we will just scan here on our way back home, because sadly we're going to have to start heading home now. That's a very thick drainage line, this, and anything could be hiding in here. Honestly, absolutely anything. Let me check, just triple check this side. It's a good spot. This drainage line. I just need to go a little bit further forward, Chantal, and then it should be fine. If I stay there, you're going to lose me. How am I now? Is it coming back? There we go. Cool. You see, there's a couple of little sneaky spots, and what's going to happen, you just got to be quick enough to quickly get through them, and then you should be good to go. Let's go and see which way are we going to go. I don't know which way we're going to go. Let's go this way. Let's go back down towards Treehouse Dam and give it another bash. Maybe this leopard, that if she has gone into this drainage system, has now come out, that the sun is, well, actually up in the sky and burnt away all the clouds. So there's nice patches of light along this drainage line, and we could see a leopard sunning itself. Just as a crocodile would be sunning itself, leopards will do exactly the same thing. I mean, who doesn't enjoy the morning warmth? I can tell you right now, Sebastian and I are. Isn't it nice, Sebastian?
Very nice.
It's so fantastic on our backs. I'm glad I'm not staring into the sun though. That wouldn't be too nice. And then also, if this leopard did start moving again, like I said, these cooler mornings do allow for the cats to keep going for a lot longer. We could see some new fresh tracks coming across the road, which would be a huge help, because I don't know where the others have gone, which says to me that this cat didn't walk on the roads, on any of these roads. It just come in here and stopped somewhere. I just didn't have enough time to go and walk the drainage from head to toe. It would have taken too long. And another thing that I'm also reluctant on doing is, when tracks were fresh like that, when we first spotted them, it's like that they'd just been pressed into the ground. I compared my shoe print with that print, and there really wasn't much difference from what the track looked like, other than my feet are much bigger than a leopard's paw print. But it was really, if you go in on foot, if you look at Tingana, for example, when we get him on foot, he's absolutely ruined for the next few hours. He does not like encountering people on foot. He's scared, and then he runs away, and you can't even catch up to him in the cars. We've experienced this many times. So if you've got really fresh tracks like that, I'd rather go in on a cart just to check, have a quick look, because if you find them in the car, then they're going to be relaxed, if they are normally a relaxed leopard. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting them, then they run away from you, because not all leopards are like Karula, Shongile, Horsana, or even Lisbon, and a couple of other leopards that I know that will just sit in the grass and look at you and not really pay any attention. You scare them so much, like I said, that you won't even be able to see them again. And I'd rather want to show you a leopard, so I'll risk a little bit more of off-roading. It's not that I'm scared of them at all. I've encountered many cats on foot. But I'm going to send you across now, back into Ali's car, for one last look at the Nkuhuma Pride and our latest edition.
Well, what a morning it's been. Very, very exciting. I'm sure you are all just as, with your hearts in your mouths, just out of pure joy of everything we've seen today. I am very likely not going to pay any attention at the meeting we're about to have because I'm going to be daydreaming about lions. But I hope everyone will carry on daydreaming about lions too. I think we have very sleepy lions at the moment. Maybe they have found their spot for the day and they're gonna just be enjoying some time around here. I don't think they're gonna be up to too much. Seems like a very good area to spend the day. We've got all of them around here, all the females and the male also. Mfumo's not too far, but I think he's keeping a distance. He was reprimanding one of the younger cubs a few moments ago, so I'm sure maybe he wasn't too impressed that maybe some lion was sleeping in his shady spot. Very peaceful. What an exciting morning we've had. I think everyone's just also tired. They have been moving pretty much, or they've been awake non-stop for the last roughly 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So it also takes its toll on them. I'm sure they've been going and coming and stopping, and the cubs have been playing around non-stop, so I'm sure they also need a bit of recovery sleep after everything they've gotten themselves up to today. Bath time for you, girl. They all started grooming each other, and then I think just one female, and I can see one of the cubs grooming themselves, and I'm pretty sure in the next few minutes they're gonna go off and start sleeping. Probably in the next 2 minutes, just as our show wraps. Isn't that a perfect sync? I think today the lions were definitely in tune with all of us, because they allow us to find them quite early in the morning, and now just as we have to head home, I think they're also gonna say good night for the day. Isn't that funny? Good night for the day. Only lions can do such things. Oh. I think that is them for the day. Beautiful scenery over here. HA, you say that you're wondering if anyone has let Ghana know that we're about to wrap the show and we're gonna do it 45 minutes early. I think rather not for today. I would rather just see this tiny cub away from any potential predators, just for a bit of a sake of mind for all of us. But who knows, maybe on the way home that's when we'll find him. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he got the memo though. If he did, he would have been a lot friendlier to Tayla today. It's been a fantastic morning with all of you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did, and we're gonna leave these sleepy lions to the day and just have a last glimpse into what it's been. Probably one of the best mornings I have ever had out here in the bush. I can't stop smiling. See you guys this afternoon for our sunset safari. Hopefully they'll be all around so that we can have a look at them again. Until then guys, we'll see you later.